Hey, good morning. I'm taking a walk this morning, something I haven't done in a while. It's been really hot. That's been kind of my excuse. But also, a lot of the time when the world starts spinning really fast and there's so much going on and I feel overwhelmed and stressed, it's hard for me to set everything down and to come outside and walk, slow my pace and slow my heart rate and take some deep breaths and listen to the creatures as they call to me to join them in the pace of life that is good and sustaining. So, um, anyway, I did. I stopped this morning and I came for my walk, and I'm at kind of the furthest corner of our yard where there's this, I don't know, alcove of trees, and it's cooler when you walk into it. And most of the time, even if I'm not seeing much on my walk across the property, once I get to this spot, I find little bugs or little creatures, squirrels, the stray cats. There's always somebody here that seems to be ready to greet me if I make it to this spot, which is a further distance and requires me to sort of slow down and calm down. It's also the spot that has the most mosquitoes, so I skip it when I'm not in a good frame of mind and I'm trying to just hurry through. Anyway, but it is this spot where I first felt the words breathe deep and love wide. And I've started using that as a mantra, even on those walks where I'm not really taking deep breaths and I don't feel like loving wide, or maybe especially on those walks where I try to remind myself that what I most need is to take the slow, deep breaths and to reground myself and to go from there to loving wide. And so I stop here and take some deep breaths this morning, and it's right in front of this big tree, and as I breathe deep, it's like imagining roots that would go deeper and deeper and deeper into the ground to steady me against whatever the storms of life are going to be. And then as I imagine the tree's branches being filled with the nourishment that they get from the deep roots, and my own self being nourished by the deep breath of spirit that I'm allowing in, then there's almost this, like, I don't know, bubble of branches that is able to form and to widen and widen and widen with each breath. I can make this circle get bigger and bigger and bigger of branches that are able to take in, even the mosquitoes and all of the creatures. And I can sort of visualize myself in this very rooted and grounded space with branches that are wider and wider and wider. And it is that image that I return to as the storms of life just get harder and the winds get more furious and everything seems to be spinning faster, to the degree that I can pull myself back to that image of being grounded and rooted and stable and strong, and that my branches are wide enough, big enough for all the creatures and all of God's good creation. And it is a sense of living into the phrase of being in God, the one in whom we live and move and have our being, and some sense of like really being able to touch that space of being held by this being of love. And then from there, I can finally move forward in a sense of love and groundedness. Anyway, I wanted to share all that with you so that Breathe Deep, Love Wide might be more than just a hashtag, that it could actually maybe even inform your own spiritual practices. If it feels like it would meet that need for you, I would welcome you to try it and to see. It helps if you stand under a tree, but it's not necessary if you can visualize that. Anyway, breathe deep and love wide, friends. Have a great day.